Fly Away is the series on my channel in which I talk about West Ham away days in the Europa League and what you can do if you are travelling to those cities to watch the team play. Of course, you're going there to watch West Ham, but you also should go for the culture and for the sightseeing as well. Since these are places that you may never go to again in your lifetime, it's best to make the most of it. And travelling is one of the best things you can do right now, given that a lot of restrictions have been lifted in other countries, and that travelling has become a little bit more accessible than compared to what it was around 2 years ago today. Seville is a seldom visited city for many British tourists, as many of us Brits tend to go to Madrid, Barcelona, or the coastline in Spain. But what I can tell you is that Seville is a very historical city, known for its architecture and its culture that dates back thousands of years. For those who are going to Seville, there's a lot of stuff to do, and you'll be able to explore this quite beautiful place. Quick facts about Spain before I start. It has a population of roughly 47 million people, and its official language is, of course, Spanish. The dialing code for the country is +34, and the currency is the euro. Seville is the capital city of the Spanish autonomous community of Andalusia. It is located on the river Guadalquivir. I think I've said that properly. It's got a metropolitan population of around 1.5 million people. The city has had a lot of Islamic and Spanish influence over the last few centuries. And during the 16th century, Seville was one of the largest cities in Western Europe. It was known for its trade connections and for its textiles industries. Modern-day Seville underwent major investments in transportation, infrastructure and tourism. It has 3 UNESCO heritage sites, it has a new airport terminal and better highway links into the city. If you're going to Seville for Thursday, you might notice some of these things. So, with the heritage sites there, you would think that there are some major tourist attractions. And there are. I'm going to talk about 3 of them right now. The Setas de Sevilla, the mushrooms of Seville. No, it's not a massive garden where they grow mushrooms or the psychedelic drugs, for the record. It's a place that is known for being the world's largest wooden structure. It contains a restaurant, a market and a museum. It was opened up to the public in 2011, following a 6-year construction period. Construction was scheduled to have finished in 2007, but issues with the quality of the wood and the raw materials pushed back the opening date. This cost around €100,000 to complete, and it was designed by a German architect. Next is the Cathedral of St. Mary, which is known as the Seville Cathedral. It's the 4th largest cathedral in the world, as well as the world's largest Gothic cathedral. It has Renaissance-style architecture with Islamic influence. The bell tower is inspired by the design of the Koutoubia Mosque in Marrakesh, Morocco. Famous Spaniards and key figures of that Renaissance period in Spain are buried in the cathedral. Although he wasn't actually from Spain, Christopher Columbus is buried in this cathedral. The Plaza de España is a major part of this city. It's the main place where people hang out, have lunch, or take some time away from being indoors and go outside for walks. It was initially built to showcase Spanish industry and technology, but it's now a popular place for people to learn about the community's culture. The pavilion buildings are open for tourists, and they're a big point of interest within this plaza. There are water fountains and lakes nearby for you to cool off in the heat as well, or even take a little boat ride through these areas. I think that's probably a good way to explore. Go through its waterways. Okay, let's get on to the stadium, because now let's get on to the part about the football. There are 2 football clubs within the Seville area, Sevilla and Real Betis. Real Betis is coincidentally managed by former West Ham manager Manuel Pellegrini. You will be going to the stadium Estadio Ramon Sánchez Pizjuán, known as the Sanchez Pizjuán Stadium in English. It's named after a former club president. Opened in 1955, the stadium has undergone restoration work in 1996 and 2007, and there are currently plans to increase the stadium's capacity from 42,000 to 47,000. It's the perfect place for Spain's national team to play because Fun fact, Spain's national team has never lost an international game when it's played in this stadium. So, you know, when they say records are there to be broken, I think Spain's going to keep wanting to play in that, given the record. How to get there? Okay, listen up. The stadium has 2 metro stations nearby, Nervion and Gran Plaza. Both are on the yellow line of Seville's metro system, and they're both within a short walk of the stadium. However, the closest stadium is Nervion. It's directly across the street from the ground. Gran Plaza is 5 streets north of the ground, so you can either walk the long way or be across the street, but either way, it's not a big deal. There's a McDonald's nearby, and as well as a bank for you to withdraw money, so you can eat before the game. 3 things to know before you go, just things about the local laws and the customs. Firstly, carry photo ID. This sounds simple, but I need to tell you the reason why, if you're going and if you're watching this. You need to carry some form of photo ID with you at all times because police officers may ask to see identification. If you fail to provide that, you can risk being detained. You can be held in police custody until your identity is even confirmed. If you refuse to cooperate with a police officer, in Spain, that is considered a criminal offence. Secondly, dress appropriately. This rule might seem like common knowledge, but it means more than you think. In certain parts of Spain, it is illegal to wear only swim shorts or a bikini in a public place, even if the weather is warm. It's also against the law to walk around topless in some areas. If you're caught doing this, you can be fined by the local council. And thirdly, this isn't really a law, but it is a custom. Take a siesta. You may have heard of a siesta. It's a short break that's taken during the early afternoon to rest and to have food. A lot of shops close between 2 p.m. and 5 p.m. to allow for a short period of rest. They open up after around that time for a few more hours. You may have to take a break in the afternoon because of the heat, and Spanish people take these rests very seriously. And it might not be a bad idea just to take a rest every now and again. Thank you very much for watching this episode of Fly Away. I hope you found it interesting. And if you're already in Spain right now, like I say, enjoy your time there. I wish everybody a really safe trip home, and stay safe at the game as well. Just do the right things, keep level-headed, and most importantly, cheer on the lads for a full 90 minutes. Come on, you Irons. Thank you very much for watching this video. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you all soon.